Did you know Patrice Emery Lumumba was born July 2nd, 1925, and was assassinated January 17th, 1961? He was a radical African nationalist leader who briefly served as the first legally elected prime minister of the newly independent Democratic Republic of the Congo. He served from June to September of 1960 before being forced out of office during a political crisis and was assassinated a short time after. He's also remembered for being one of Congolese leaders who launched the Congolese National Movement, the first nationwide Congolese political party. Did you know that? Well, now you do.
Peace. Peace, can you hear me? Hold on, let's see.
Are you?
Yep, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. And you can hear me?
I can hear you. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm doing good. Thank you for coming on My Quality is for Real. I am Queen My Quality, and here we have real talks with quality people who have real purpose. So thank you. You are actually my first guest internationally, so I am excited.
Yeah, and thank you very much for actually accepting my request, and to say you can schedule a meeting with me. That's, for me, that's amazing, and I really do appreciate it big time.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you for reaching out. So before we get started, I'm going to let you introduce yourself. Your name is CB Ghost.
No. Yeah, my name is CB No Ghost. Okay. But my real name, that's my stage name. My real name is Tebo Mbata. I'm from Durban, but they call it the KZN, that's the province, but the city is Durban. And I'm from the small town called Ishawe. It's in between Nkandla and Ishawe. So I'm from those two places. That's where I'm based from.
Okay, and so you're an artist. So how did you get started, and how did you even? And so I actually, before we even get started, too, shout out to Camp Cleveland, because he's actually the one who tagged you on one of my posts that I posted. So shout out to him for even making the connection. So so tell me a little bit about how you got started in the music industry and how you're even, becoming international. How you become it? Everything is,
okay.
For you.
Okay, then. I started music in 2006. That's where I started, like, to say I had the interest of getting into the music industry. Then 2007, that's where I started to picking up the pen and say, let me write down something. And then I got a couple of beats from one of the friends, because what had happened was, first of all, when I lost my parents, I was staying in Nkandla back and forth. Like, I was going to Nkandla and then going to Ishawe. So I was in between those two places. Then my parents passed away. I was forced to actually move now and try to make something so that I can feed myself, pay for my school fees, pay for my school transport, so that I can be able to finish my matric. So then I was so fortunate enough that I actually had a conversation with my class teacher. Then she said, okay, fine, I'm going to help you. Then they organized me transport. They organized me books. They were happy. They were so happy for me. But at the end, but with them helping me, I also had to do something for them, because I had to work in a garden for them. I had to wash the cars for those teachers, so that they can be able to actually assist me to finish my school. And then that time, I think I was doing grade 9, which was started grade 7. Which was started 5 here, this side. I don't know how do you call those grades? We got primary school, we got high school, then we got tertiary, but it's
okay. So it kind of here is like elementary, then you go to middle school, and then you go to high school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's like elementary is like sometimes it depends on, because some schools you can go from elementary all the way to high school. where I'm from, we go to elementary where it's like pre-K through 5th grade. And then you go to 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. That's considered middle school. And then 9th through 12th grade, that is considered our high school.
With us, we from grade standard 6 to standard 12. Okay. And that's our high school. Our private school is starting from grade R up until grade 7, which is standard 5 back then, but now they changed it. So when I got into grade 12, I got introduced. I had a friend, Spelele. That was my friend. So he came from a Model C school, because here we have two types of schools. We have Model C, and then we have we call them Kasi schools, where in the townships. Their education with the education from the suburbs is not the same as the education from the people who are living in township or living in rural areas. So I was fortunate enough to meet up with that friend, and then he introduced me to 50 Cent, about Eminem, and all those type of stuff. But we already had our people here in South Africa that they were doing hip hop. We had Abo Jabba, we had Zola, we had Pro Kid. So then 2006, that's where I said, okay, fine, let me just jump in. 2007, I picked up the pen, I started writing. 2008, I started recording my first songs. And then they gave me the stage name CB. That's an abbreviation of Tebo. The full name is Tebo, but they took the CB. Okay. And then that's when I became CB.
So where you get the No Ghost? Where did the No Ghost come from?
The No Ghost came from, we were recording. So I said something in one of the lines. Like I was so, because no ghost means no problem. In real life, when we talk about no ghost, we see no ghost is a slang. No problem. This is actually it means no problem. So in that line, I was talking about saying whatever that was happening, I have no ghost. So that means I had no problem about it. So then. And then one of the people said, "Hey, I like that line. Can you just repeat it again?" Then I said it again. Then they took that piece, they put it in the next song. Before I started rapping, I had to say no ghost.
Gotcha. Okay, so
so all the time before I start rapping, I'll have to introduce myself and say no ghost. Then I go straight in. Then it became they started calling me No Ghost, and then we some other dudes, they advised me that to say, okay, now let's put it in t-shirts. Now it became a clothing.
Okay. So how did you and Camp Cleveland come? So have you came to America yet, or you just basically just meeting people through social media, or how did y'all connect with each other?
With Camp, I was working at the radio station at that time. It was a Kora FM. So I was a hip hop show host there. And then I had a friend, Mafera, he's also an actor. He's doing good for himself too. So he was actually, I think that time the internet was starting to pick up. We were starting to get used to the internet. And then he met, there was Black Peter, and then he was from Europe, and then Camp. He was doing like an international collaboration songs and stuff like that. Then I was fortunately enough to be picked as be one of the people to be in that project. And then when we did one song with Camp, and then with Black Peter, and then it was me. So we did that song. After that, we exchanged contact with Camp. We started talking and all that. I haven't been to the States. I would love to be there. Once I would love to be like to actually go there and see, not to stay there, but to see and then come back here to South Africa where my home is. So we met through those projects, and then from there we started having conversation, me and him. And then he said, okay, he's doing some trips here in Africa. He's gonna come down to South Africa. Then when he came down to South Africa, I think it was 2015. That was the first time I met him. I went and picked him up from the airport, a cool dude. He was like so tall. Here they say I'm tall. But when I met him, we were like, nah, man. This guy is so tall, not
me and
you.
him connected kind of the same way me and you connected. Somebody else, you know, like I posted one of those posts and somebody else like tagged him as well. So this new age internet is basically like, I love it because you can connect with so many people. Like I said, you're my first international, you know, interview or whatever, and especially going through this whole pandemic. How has that been in Africa? I know here it's been, you know, it's been crazy, and we, you know, we've been quarantining and having to wear our mask and everything. How did that affect you guys, or did it affect you guys?
Yeah, it affected us big time. Because when it started last week, I remember when it started, for me, I had like interviews scheduled for me to go and do those interviews. I had like shoots, I had like video shoots that I was planning to do. I had like shows that they were planning for me to go. And then I think I did that one, the first international interview. After that, I went at home. I took a leave from work, then I went home. And then we got the news that they actually shutting down the country because of coronavirus. But at that time, we didn't understand it. We just said, nah, it came from China. It's a Chinese thing that won't affect us, you know. And they started telling us, this is what you must do to prevent, to fight coronavirus. If you have it, this is what you must do. If you don't have it, we must stay at home, wear a mask. There were so many things that they were introduced to us, which we didn't actually know about. We had to, you know what, just to sit back. We went on lockdown. Here they have like 5 levels. There's level 1, there's level 2, level 3, up to level 5. So level 1, it's certain, it's like the world is open. The country is open. We can move around. You can go to another province. You can go to the beach. You can have events. You can have then level 2, certain things you can't do. Level 3, certain things too you can't do. Level 4, the restaurants are open, but you can't sit down and eat. You can only order, buy, and go. The events are shut down. So, you know, a lot of people lost their jobs. A lot of people lost their lives. At first, I was saying, nah, this is a scam. You know,
a lot of us, saying, nah. But we didn't really understand it because, you know, the government, you know, I don't trust really nothing that they say. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of us, a lot of us at first, you know, until it started hitting home, then you're like, oh, wait a minute, you gotta start taking this serious.
Yeah, then one of my people told me that, hey, his mother died due to COVID. And I was like, are you for real? And they said, yeah. And the second person said the same thing. Then I started to say, okay, fine, it might be real. But then we started having this first wave, second wave. Last year, they told us there's a second wave. Now, and then this year, like right now in South Africa, we're on lockdown level 5. Because they said they discovered there's a new there's a new variant. They call it I forgot what they call it, but there's a new one which is deadly, and it came from India. But the mistake that they did was when we found out that India, they having this type of coronavirus, people are dying, and they were showing us. We were even we saw it on Twitter all over. But our country didn't close the borders. Nobody did that up until it came here. And then now in Joburg, they say, I don't stay there. They say killing people in Joburg. So, and then now, as in now, we're in level 4, and we're just dealing with this new coronavirus. They calling it Delta variant. That's what they gave it a name, Delta. So that's what we're dealing with right now. So there's no shows. There's jobs. People are losing their jobs. There's a whole lot of things that are going on. We're actually trying to cope with it. We haven't even vaccinated yet. A lot of people are not vaccinated. They might put out there and say they vaccine so much and so much and so much, but we as the citizens, I haven't even seen anybody around where I stay getting vaccine.
Yeah, I'm not messing with it.
you're not also.
They can have it. But I want to talk a little bit about your music. You have a new song called City, which you just did a video for. Can you talk a little bit about that and some of your inspirations as far as like somebody that's looking now that that may be tuned in or that's going to tune in, because this is pre-recorded. But whenever somebody see this, like what can they expect from your music? What type of music are you giving us? Are you like one of like the conscious rap, or like party fun? Like what is? Can you kind of talk a little bit about the City track?
The song.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm actually versatile. I do all type of genres, but I'm basically like do rap. But here in South Africa, we got like Kwaito, we got Amapiano, we got Gom, we got Maskandi, we got so many genres. So the song, the series, it was a song where I just moved into a new town which is next to the city. So at that time I was like, you know what, I'm getting my groove on. Like now I'm trying to penetrate the game anyway. So the city song came out about that because I was like, you know what, I am gonna run the city. They're gonna know about Sibinokos from now on. So that was just like a statement to introduce myself, to say, you know what, I'm here, you better watch out. So that song, it's all about that. But then I do a lot of I do writing, I do producing, I do some of the songs I write them myself. Some of the songs I let other guys write it for me, and then I jump in, and then we do like collaborations and stuff like that. So now the music industry in South Africa, it's good, but we have one problem, because we actually like for instance, as we in coronavirus situation right now, a lot of people, they're doing live shows. I saw they in the state they were doing live versus live shows and stuff like that. Here in South Africa, it's a bit hard to do that because the data is expensive. You find like we got network. The networks are ripping us off here. They actually, a few places where you get a free Wi-Fi. Even if you see that they have Wi-Fi but they have password to it, you can't have access to that. So right now we actually trying to actually make people get used to the fact that not all things are gonna be done like in person. Some things are gonna be done via internet, of which we have to have that enough data for people to actually watch us, to actually log into our videos and download our music, and also watch our live performances and stuff like that through the internet.
Okay. Well, that's dope. That's dope. Like I said, it's dope now with everything. We like how we're being able to connect with each other. The pandemic, it was kind of bittersweet. It has its bitter part of it, but it's also sweet because we're able to just continue to build and to network with people that we probably never would have even connected with. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's really dope. I love what you're doing as well. I love your music. I got a chance to listen to your music, and I've seen your interview that you did with Camp. So I think that you have a lot. You're doing really big things. Are you like an independent artist? Are you signed right now to anybody?
I'm an independent artist. I'm not signed to anybody.
Talk a little bit about that, and what are some pros and cons of being independent? Anybody out there that may be watching that wants to actually be an artist, can you kind of touch on what it means to be an independent artist?
Okay, to be independent is a great thing, but if you're independent, you must have a backup. It's either you have a job that's gonna get you income, or it's either you have supportive family, then you can be independent. But if you don't have supportive family, you don't have a job that's gonna provide some cash for you to actually do what you need to do. Because in my understanding, as soon as you sign, a lot of things, you don't do them yourself. You actually getting other people to do things for you. So it's less money that you contribute to them than what they give you. But at the end of the day, you need to pay it back. You know what I'm saying? In my understanding, signing a deal is like going to the bank and asking for a loan. Because exactly. So now with me being independent, it's good. But financially, you need to be stable. If you're not financially stable, it's going to be hard. Because you need to pay for your videos, you need to pay for your studio times, you need to pay for your traveling, you need to pay for your marketing, you need to pay for everything that you do. It comes out of your pocket. But there's benefits though, because whenever that money comes back, it actually comes back straight to you. You don't have to split it with anybody. You don't have to get surprises to say like, hey, I didn't know I was charging these people that money. Meanwhile, my actual price is that money. You know, if I charge people 30,000 Rand, I need to get the 30,000 Rand back. Not to say that the information that I have, I think I'm worth 30,000. Meanwhile, the label is charging 60,000. So they're getting the other 30,000 on top of my money. So, but it being independent, and plus two, when you're independent, you get to actually run your dates when you want to drop the music. You get to run whatever that you do, you actually, the final say comes from you. You know what I'm saying? It's not that even the song selection, you select the songs. You actually feel like, I like this song and people are going to like it. Then it's not like you're going to select the song and then the next person, when you submit the songs, they will say, no, we don't like this. We need something like this here from you. You know, like there's a lot of expectations when you sign. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what? They think they know what the people want.
Right.
So now, exactly, whatever that you think, it might not work when it comes into their ears. So, but if you independent is good, but you need to have money, you need to have backup. But if you don't have that, it's gonna be hard.
Yeah, that's pretty much, I guess, in anything that you want to do as far as like being an entrepreneur. Like that's the biggest misconception when working for yourself or doing for yourself. We seem to not really know that now everything is on you. I mean, it's
exactly
reward at the end of it, but it's a lot of hard work. Even with this show, like I've been in different studios and I, had it up under thing, and then now I'm trying to do it more independently, and it's like it's a lot of work.
It's really a lot of work, and it takes a, because you know what, everything now you have to do all things by yourself. You actually don't have to, even if you create a team, you still have to go through and check how's the team working, is that whatever that you ask them to do, is it done properly, is everything on time and all the day. Like even yesterday when we were supposed to have it, I had problems with my network, and if I had other guys next to me, I was gonna say, okay, fine, let me use your phone, let's do this interview. But now I had to say, oh God, I've got no other alternative. We just have to make sure that tomorrow is the better day. But it's great to be independent. But the only deal that I would sign, I think it's a distribution deal. I will sign that deal, but I don't want to sign, because I'll have my own studio, so I don't need to have someone pay for my studio time, because I have it. So I record. So it'll be easy. If I sign, I think I will pretty much get away with a lot of things.
Yeah, and that's good, because nowadays, a lot of people, it's good to hear you say that, because a lot of kids, or not to say that you're a kid, I know that you're pretty much around probably my age, but a lot of these kids, they look at rappers now and they want to be a rapper and they think, oh, I'm gonna get this deal, but not realizing that you're basically signing over your soul. Like you're signing your soul over to somebody, and they're gonna be in charge and be you know, have power over everything that you have. So the fact that you are doing it independently, I think that that's really dope and it's really inspiring.
No, thank you very much.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I don't want to take too much of your time. I know it's like 11:30, almost 12 o'clock there. But again,
Yeah, it's actually Wednesday.
it's already Wednesday.
It's already Wednesday. It passed 12 o'clock already.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I thank you. I appreciate you for reaching out. You know, even though we had some technical difficulties yesterday, I still appreciate you for even, you know, reaching out to let me know, and not just because people. People.
Nah, I'm also grateful to have this opportunity. I won't lie to you. I've done a couple of podcasts now. I'm getting used to actually being comfortable and be comfortable to talk about whatever that I want to talk about. You know, just to spread the word out there. Because you know, most of the time, me and Camp, we speak about culture because we always want to know about Zulu culture, how it's like to be a Zulu person in KZN, where I'm from, and how's the culture, how I grew up and stuff like that. So that's the aim, to actually say, okay, fine, let's talk about it. Let me just put out the message there. Not only that you'll have to read about it, but sometimes you'll actually have to hear from people that who are alive and staying and living that same culture.
Absolutely, because you know where we're from, a lot of people may not even know what Zulu is, like, you know, and know anything about South Africa, because we have this misconception. The only thing that we see is what we see on TV, and kind of the same thing for y'all. You know, where y'all only know what y'all see on TV about America. So it's good that we can come together and, you know, learn more about each other's cultures, learn more about each other's past, and not have this, you know, this assumption of what it is, and, you know, actually come together and talk about it. And, you know, so I think that that's really dope.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe you from South Africa, but you don't know. Your great grandfathers, whoever, maybe they from, yeah, you don't know.
No, I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. I can't wait. That is definitely on my bucket list. I want to get there. I want to get some property there. I want to, you know, I want to get there. I'm going to.
Yeah, but it's a nice place though. But it's just that people sometimes they need to understand. Like I was also talking to Kim the same thing, to tell them to say that actually they need to specify. If you say you come into Africa, Africa is a continent. In Africa we have countries. Right. Africa, even though we're Africans, but our cultures are not the same. Right. In South Africa alone, we have 9 languages. Just imagine, South Africa alone, just the country, have 9 languages. 9 languages. And we have English, Zulu, Xhosa, Afrikaans, Sotho, Pedi. There's a lot. But and we all black. Sometimes it gets confusing because you go to Joburg, you will think this person knows Zulu. Meanwhile, they don't know Zulu. They only know Sotho. And you go and say, hey, Sawubona. And then the person will look at you like, what you say? Meanwhile, Sawubona means hello in English. That's a Zulu. So now it's even though we are Africans, we have our own different languages. We still have our own different culture, our own practice that we do as Africans. So it's like a whole lot of mixture that people, they don't want to actually explain to people and say, if you say you come into Africa, it's either you come into Nigeria, then when you're in Nigeria, they have their own language in Nigeria. Even their dress code too, it's not the same as South Africans and Zulus. If we can speak about this,
we can kind of, you know, get into all of that, because that's Yeah, so that's dope. That's dope. Again, thank you so much. Let the people know where they can find you, where they can find your music, and let us know what you have coming up.
Okay. People can find me on Twitter. It's CB_. CB_NoGhost01. And then on Instagram, it's CB_NoGhost. Facebook is CB_NoGhost. And then you add the same name, it's Mbatha, MBATHA. That's where you can find me, you can contact me, but then my music is also available on Spotify. If you search CB_NoGhost, you will find it. Also on SoundCloud, AudioMac, everywhere. Currently, I'm working on my EP, which is also featured guys from overseas. I won't mention now, but they will see themselves. They already know. So I'm working on an EP, which I have overseas guys. I have other guys too from Africa. And then I have another mixtape that is just sitting. I'm waiting for the right time to just drop it for people. And then I'm also working on the visuals too for a song, The Sun. There's a new song that I did with Ken Cleveland and Kylex from Joburg. So we were supposed to actually get him here to Joburg and then to come here in Durban so that we can do the video with him. Unfortunately, we're on lockdown, so we can't actually do that. So we'll see, because is it summer that side?
You said, is it summer here?
Is it summer that's yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, is it winter that side?
No, it's summer.
Oh, we in winter. So I think I probably will see him in summer, then we're gonna shoot that video. So people
Y'all are in winter right now?
Yeah, we're in winter right now. But it's not our winter is probably different than yours, because our winter is like summer. Here in Durban it's hot, even in winter it's hot.
Oh.
Then when you go to Free State, Joburg, into upper places, that's where it's kind of cold.
Oh, okay. See, I'm in New York, so the winter here is, it's crazy. it's the sun. I'm originally from Texas, and Texas, it feels like it's the summer all year round. So in New York, even though it's the summer, it still have its days where I feel like it's cold.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're supposed to be in the summertime right now. Yeah.
Okay, no, that's great, man.
Okay. All right. Well, again, thank you. I appreciate it. I will let you know whenever this episode drops, because again, we are doing this pre-recorded, but I'll get the flyer over to you. Again, I really appreciate you for coming on, for taking time out of your day. Thank you so much. This is going to be really, really dope and really big for me. So I'm excited about it.
Thank you very much. I'm also excited. This is gonna be dope also, and I'm gonna make sure it gets to the people.
Absolutely. You let them know over there in South Africa about your girl, and we things over here. This has been another dope episode of My Quality is For Real. Another dope person who is definitely walking in their purpose with real quality and real purpose. So you have a good night, and I will talk to you later.
Thank you.
All right, peace.
All right, bye-bye.